Hey everybody, it is Brandon Foster here to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to help you live your absolute best life. You know what I love to say to each and every one of you all that are listening and watching right now is you are more loved than you could ever possibly imagine. You are more beautiful than you know, and you're way more successful than you think. And today I want to share with you some amazing things that I have been learning recently by Jim Quick, but I also want to take some of those key concepts that he talks about and I want to integrate them with so many of the other philosophies and things that I've learned that I've applied myself that are really going to help you shift your perspective. Now, if you are someone who is watching this right now and you say, I really want to transform my relationships, I really want a better job, I really want a better salary, I really want to be able to do more of the things that bring me joy, that I enjoy. I'm ready for a shift in my life. If you are someone who feels like you are either downtrodden or maybe you just feel like you just know deep down inside of you that you're worth and capable of so much more than what you have right this very second, and you just get frustrated, you are going to love what I'm about to teach you and talk to you about today. And it doesn't matter if you are already successful in your business or in your life, in your relationships, there is always another level. And I think that's one of the key concepts that people need to keep and realize is that it doesn't matter if you're already making 5 figures, you can go to 6. If you're making 6 figures, you can go to 7. If you have 10 amazing relationships, you can have 20. There is no end to the love, abundance, and joy you can experience in your life. And these 3 things are going to completely transform what you all think and what you all realize. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the 3 ways you can immediately begin to transforming your life. And when you start to do these things, so many things, so many possibilities are going to completely open themselves up to you. You are going to be absolutely stunned and amazed. The first is that you need to use the 3 M's. So many people focus on one of these M's, but not on the other M's. And really, if you want to see any kind of amazing change in your relationships or in your business, any aspect of your life, your finances, your health, you have to use the 3 M's. The first M is mindset. If you do not believe things are capable and available to you, if you don't believe there's a better job, if you don't believe you can make more money, if you don't believe that you can have better relationships or restore broken ones, then you're not going to take the action to do those things. The second M is motivation. Motivation means your reason why it's important to you. Because the number one reason why people do not succeed in relationships, in health and finances, in their business is because they quit. Right? They lack persistence. What is the number one motivator for persistence? Your reason why. That is your purpose. And then the third reason that you really, really need to lock into is methods. Because here's the thing. If you don't have the methods of how billionaires make money, if you're not using those processes and those methods, it doesn't matter how much mindset you have. It doesn't matter if you have the motivation if you're not utilizing the right practical tools and resources. The same thing when it comes to your business. The same thing when it comes to your relationship with your family members or your health. You have to also know the methods. So you have to know all 3 of these M's. Think of it like a Venn diagram. They're all completely interlocked. And this is why The Secret was really, really a great and powerful a book and video, and that it opened up everybody's horizon to your mindset that anything is possible, but you have to be motivated to actually take action. There's actually, I call them the 3 amigos. There's the 3 laws of the universe. There's 12 laws of the universe, but everybody knows about the law of attraction, which is you focus on what you get and you get more of it, which is great. But people forget about the law of cause and effect, which means that the farmer can't just sit back and just say, oh, I imagine a wonderful crop and it's going to happen. No, you have to actually plant the seeds. You have to water the seeds. You have to give them sunlight, and then they're going to grow. So the law of attraction had a lot of great things to say in The Secret, but it left out cause and effect. And it also left out the idea of purpose, which is that persistence that you need. Because what happens when the storm comes in and ruins some of the farmer's crop? What happens when the yield is less than anticipated? What happens when the bugs start to eat the farmer's crop? That's when persistence comes in and the farmer can't quit. So we as human beings have to be able to persist. The second thing is you have to be able to take small, simple steps. For each one of these M's, mindsets, motivation, and methods, you have to take small, simple steps. In film school, right, it becomes very overwhelming when they come to you and they say, hey, you're going to write a full-length feature this semester. Oh, wait, you're going to write 2 of them, 2 120-page scripts in this semester, right? That can be very overwhelming. But when you say you just need to write 3 pages a day or 5 pages a day, all of a sudden it becomes way easier to grasp and contain. It's like if you decide, like for me, for example, my relationship with my mom, who I love so much, you guys have probably heard my story a million times before, that I was focused on anger, bitterness, blame toward my mother because of religious beliefs when I came out, and our relationship disintegrated when I came out of the closet. And the small, simple steps that I took to begin to rebuild that relationship, it wasn't that I called her immediately the next day and I forgave myself and I forgave her for everything we ever said, and we just started from square one right off the bat. No, it doesn't happen that way. It was small, simple steps that I took, first with myself, first with changing my own perspective, those small, simple steps. The same thing with the business, right? I remember running my first Facebook ads and I was terrified. Oh my gosh, I felt like I was gambling on the internet with my business finances and my money. And I would run an ad for $1 a day. Actually, I would run it for like a $5 ad and then be done with it, right? Because I was so scared. But those small, simple steps is what allows you to begin to expand. And there are people out there who are running like 7 figures in Facebook ads, but then they're earning 8 figures back in revenue and sales because it's just scaling. That's why people who say, oh, well, I don't have enough money to save. If you have $1, you have enough money to save. You can save 50 cents, you can save 10 cents, but you got to start someplace. Otherwise, you're never going to get where you want to go. And so people forget that it's the small, simple steps that make such a huge impact and such a huge difference in your life. And all of my digital courses, that is one of the reasons why my digital courses are so incredibly impactful, is because not only is it going to give you the mindset, okay, but it's going to give you motivation of why these mindset principles are going to help you. But then I provide you with the methods of how to shift that perspective, that mindset. And I talk to you about how this practically is going to integrate into your life. And the third thing is, and this is so incredibly important, you know, as a former 8th grade middle school teacher and as someone who's has taught at a travel agency school before, who writes curriculum, you know, so much of what we do as human beings is consumption. So we consume all this new knowledge, we consume all of these details, we learn all these things, but that's not real learning. Knowledge is not power. That is a lie. Knowledge is power only when that knowledge is actually applied. So you don't learn by action. You learn by action, not actually by consumption. So if you're watching this video right now and you don't do anything with information that I give you, then you're not learning anything, and it's a waste. Right? How many times have you all bought something and then you don't use it? It's a waste of money. How many times have you bought food and you let it sit in the freezer or it turns brown in the refrigerator and then you toss it away? That's like knowledge that you're not using, okay? It's just wasted money and it's wasted time and it's wasted energy and it's wasted effort. So you learn by action, not by consumption. This is why as teachers, it's always about trying to get the student to actually do something. So the way that my mindset courses are framed and the way that I help my one-on-one private clients, and the reason why I have the price points that I have is because when you are financially invested, you are more committed and you are going to do the action and not just take in information. If you spend $20 on a course and you look at it and you read it, that is not a high threshold for you to actually take action, okay? Same reason why for my travel business that I own, that our VIP clients tend to appreciate our services more they respect us more, and they trust us more. That's because they have fully committed to that financial decision and that investment. And so you learn by action, not by consumption. So here's what I want to challenge you all to do right now, today. If you are serious, because some of you guys watch my videos online, some of you watch my stuff on Facebook, and you're like, oh, that's positive, that's neat, oh, that's nice, but you don't do anything. And if you're not doing anything, you're never going to change your life. So I'm going to tell you right now, these are 2 easy things that you can do. They don't cost you anything, all right? But they will start to show you the power of the human mind and what is possible. So these are the 2 things that you can do right now. One is, if you feel like you're stuck in any aspect of your life, finances, health, relationships, business, doesn't matter what it is, watch my 7 reasons you feel stuck right now, why they're lies, and how you can begin to transform your life immediately. The second thing you can do is, if you have, and I would venture to say that 99.9% of the people on my Facebook list, on my friends, family, or people watching on YouTube, you have a relationship that is on the skids. And it's probably someone that you care very, very deeply and love about. I don't know why this happens. I think it probably happens because we care so deeply and emotionally and energetically with people that we're really close to. And that love, we open our hearts a lot and we're more vulnerable. So it's easier for us to get hurt. But most people have someone in their life, whether it's a best friend, significant other, or a mom or a dad or a son or a daughter, where that relationship has somehow disintegrated or dissolved or been broken. And I want to encourage you to start the healing process today. 7-day relationship challenge. It will completely transform how you view, understand, and perceive all the relationships in your life. And it'll be absolutely amazing. And it's also free. It's a 7-day challenge. And I highly encourage you all to do that. My relationship course is starting next month, and I'll have more details about that later on this week. But remember, you are more beautiful than you realize. You are more successful than you think. And you are more love than you can ever possibly imagine, and you were born to slay. Have a great Monday.